On August 20, 1966, two young electronics technicians climbed a hill overlooking the city of Niterói, Brazil. The hill, known as Morro do Vintém, Vintém Hill, had already gained a reputation for strange lights and reports of unusual activity. A few days later, local boys exploring the hillside made a disturbing discovery. Lying side by side were the bodies of two well-dressed men. There were no signs of violence. No struggle. No obvious cause of death. But one detail immediately captured investigators' attention. Both men were wearing homemade lead masks covering their eyes. The mystery would become known as the lead masks case.
The victims were identified as Manoel Pereira de Cruz and Miguel José Viana. They were respected electronics repair technicians from the town of Campos dos Goitacazes. Friends and relatives described them as intelligent, hardworking, and deeply interested in radio technology and scientific experiments. They were not known to have enemies. Nothing in their personal lives suggested they were in danger.
On the day they disappeared, the two men told their families they were traveling to purchase electronic equipment. Witnesses later confirmed they bought raincoats and a bottle of mineral water in Niterói. Curiously, despite buying the raincoats, they were found dead without wearing them, even though weather reports indicated rain had fallen that evening. Why they purchased the raincoats but never used them remains one of many unanswered questions.
Investigators found a handwritten note in one victim's pocket. It contained a series of cryptic instructions. 1630 be at the specified location. 1830 ingest capsules. After the effect, protect metals. Wait for mask signal. The message appeared to describe a planned sequence of events. But what were the capsules? What was the mask signal? And why did they need lead-eye masks? To this day, no one has been able to answer those questions with certainty.
The masks themselves were unusual. They were homemade, carefully cut from sheets of lead, shaped to cover only the eyes. They resembled protective goggles, but without lenses or straps. Some investigators suggested they were designed to shield the eyes from an intense light. Others believed they had some unknown experimental purpose. No definitive explanation has ever been established.
Police searched the scene carefully. There were no obvious signs of violence. No indication of robbery. Money remained in the victims' pockets. Personal belongings had not been disturbed. The bodies also showed no immediately visible injuries. Unfortunately, because of delays before the bodies were found and limitations in forensic testing at the time, toxicology examinations were unable to determine conclusively whether the men had consumed poison or other substances. The exact cause of death could not be established.
As news spread across Brazil, theories multiplied. Some investigators believed the men were participating in a spiritual or scientific experiment involving psychedelic substances. Others suggested they may have accidentally poisoned themselves. Then came the more sensational ideas. Reports of unidentified flying objects in the region led some people to speculate about extraterrestrial involvement. Others connected the case to occult groups or secret societies. Despite decades of speculation, no evidence has conclusively supported these extraordinary claims.
One reason the case became famous was the area's history of reported UFO sightings. Several witnesses claimed to have seen unusual lights over Morro do Vintém around the time of the deaths. These reports fueled stories that the men had been attempting to contact extraterrestrials. However, investigators never found evidence linking the deaths directly to UFOs. The reports remain part of the folklore surrounding the case, not established fact.
The lead masks case remains one of Brazil's strangest unsolved investigations because so many elements seem disconnected. 2 experienced technicians. Homemade lead masks. A mysterious note. Unknown capsules. No obvious injuries. No confirmed cause of death. And no clear explanation for why the men climbed the hill that evening. Each clue raises another question.
Nearly 60 years later, Morro do Vintém still overlooks the city of Niterói. The lead masks have become symbols of one of the world's most unusual unsolved mysteries. Were the 2 men conducting an experiment? Did they become victims of an accident? Or were they involved in something no one has ever fully understood? No confession. No definitive forensic answer. Only 2 bodies lying peacefully on a lonely hillside. 2 lead masks covering their eyes. And a handwritten note whose true meaning may never be known.